Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are students from Ccit Class 2 SE2 Group 3. In this video, we will present one of many sorting algorithm technique or method. The sorting algorithm technique or method that we will talk about in this video is bubble sort. Before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Atsiilah Wicaksono and my partner Atsiilah Thufailah and Zaro Daeli. Let's move to the background. Bubble sort is one of many sorting algorithm techniques out there. This algorithm sorting technique gets inspired by bubbles that rise up to the surface, where the bubble mass density is lighter than water. The way bubble sort works can easily understood by sorting the first index value in the array to the next index value in the array and then compare it. When the value is greater or less, it will swap its order according to the user intent using sort for. Is it ascending or descending order? This sorting will stop when there's nothing left to swap, or all value in the array is already ordered by ascending or descending.
What is algorithm, data structure, and sorting? Algorithm is a technique that contains a set of commands or instructions that are used to solve problems systemically and logically. Algorithms are indispensable in the computer field to solve various programming problems. Without a well-designed algorithm, the programming process becomes inefficient, even cannot be executed. And the complexity of an algorithm is a measure of how much computation is applied to the algorithm to solve the problem. It can be concluded algorithms that can solve problems in a short time have a low level of complexity, while algorithms that solve problems in a relatively long time have a high level of complexity. Data structure is a collection or a group of data that can be characterized by an organization and the operations defined against it. And there are some categories of algorithms from the data structure point of view. They are search, sort, insert, update, and delete. Sorting is the process of sorting data that is in the storage area in a certain order, either from the smallest value to the largest value. It calls ascending, or from the largest value to the smallest value. It calls descending. There are some types of sorting algorithm. The first is bubble sort, selection sort, merge sort, quick sort, and insertion sort. Bubble sort is a basic algorithm for arranging a string of numbers or other elements in the correct order. The technique works by examining each set of adjacent elements in the string from left to right, switching their positions if they are out of order. The algorithm then repeats this process until it can run through the entire string and find no two elements that need to be swapped.
Flowchart bubble sort. In this case, flowchart, we can start at the cycle is a start, and then we can declare J, it's 0. It's early arrive. After about that, we can declare at sort data is data J less than data J multiply 1. And we're gonna continue with the decision, the sort data. If no, the number will swap. That's sorting J and J multiply 1. If yes, it's not happening, the number will continue the process. J is J multiply 1. And we can start at the number continue. J less than data length minus 1. And then if the number a lot, it's the repeat again, sort data j less than data j plus 1. The decision swap or no, yes or no. If the data the finisher and then finally number, it's finished. Algorithm bubble sort. The algorithm starting with the null data. At the first, because is null can save lot data. And then we can declare data is 8, 4, 5, 2, and 7. At the first, we can the formula for with the in j is null, j less than data length minus 1, and j multiply. And Boolean, the formula is the find true and false. The declared data j less than data j multiply 1. If the short data in new is data j is data j multiply 1. Data j multiply 1 is baru. It's the swap because the data j and data j plus 1, it's the happening and swap if the number less than data j multiply 1. And then if you want looping, we can add the in e is 0, e less than data length, and e multiply. It's the looping or simulation bubble sort. Suppose trying to sort the elements is ascending order. First iteration, compare and swap, starting the first index. Compare the first and a second element. If the first element is greater than the second element, they are swapped. Now compare the second and third elements. The above goes until the last element. The example, the step 0, minus 2, 45, 0, 11, and minus 9. It's still swap if the compare greater than. If haven't not the still not sorting, remaining iteration. The same process goes on for remaining iteration. After each iteration, the largest element among the unsorted elements is placed at the end. And then it's the each iteration the comparison takes place of the last unsorted element, the second element. And the array is sorted when all the unsorted elements are placed at their correct position. It's the third loop and fourth loop. Advantage and disadvantage bubble sort. The primary advantage bubble sort is popular and easy implement. Furthermore, in the bubble sort, elements are swapped in place without using additional temporary storage. So fast, requirement is at minimum. The main disadvantage of the bubble sort is the fact that it does null well is the list containing a huge number of items.
It's time for conclusion. Before we will talk about algorithm, data structure, sorting, bubble sort, and its details. Algorithm is a method that contains a set of commands or instructions that are used to solve problems systematically and logically. Data structure is a collection or group of data that can be characterized by an organization and the operation defined against it. For sorting is the process of sorting data that is in a storage area in a certain order. Is it ascending or descending? And for bubble sort is one of many sorting algorithm techniques out there. This algorithm sorting technique is inspired by the bubble that rise up to the surface because the bubble mass density is lighter than water. The bubble sort is a sorting technique that compares two items that are side by side to see which is out of order. This sorting can sort from the smallest value to the largest value or from the largest value to the smallest value. This technique works by examining each set of adjacent elements in the string from left to right, switching their position if they are out of order. That's all from us. Thank you.